Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to discuss about what exactly is a concat function in pandas. Concat is used to join two or more data frames either row wise or a column wise. Let's say for example you have a data in multiple data frames and you want to combine them, either adding rows or maybe adding columns. So that's where the concat plays a very important role. So I'm importing pandas because I'll be dealing with data frame and I have taken a data set, okay? So first data frame is all about a class 1 details which includes name and age of a students. See, I'll just show you. So this is basically the class 1 student details. So you could see the name as well as you could see the age. So similarly, I have a second data frame wherein you could see the class 2 details. Even in our class 2 details, I have collected name and age of a students. Okay, then in our next frame, I have class 2 students salary details. See, this is a class 2 details, class 2 students salary details. See, this is a salary. So now, first let me show you, look into all three data frames. So don't you think class 1 and class 2 data frames are like pretty much same? So we have same columns, name and age. So these are the students whose name and age is given from our class 1. And in this case, name and age of a student is given from a class 2. So I can put them in one single data frame. If I'm going to put them in single data frame, is it like, am I adding rows or am I adding columns? Obviously, we have to append rows, right? Because the column names are same. So very simple, just call pd dot concat. Since we are combining two data frames, use a list and just mention class 1, comma, class 2. Then okay, so what will happen now? In our class 1, we have a name age. In our class 2, we have a name age, right? So if I try to perform pd.concat, you could see this is first class 1 details and this is class 2 details. So class 2 detail rows got appended into our class 1 detail so that, row wise concatenation has happened. We added rows, right? So when we add rows, you could clearly see that indexes are not continuous, right? So for that, what you have to do, you just need to say ignore index equals 2. So that you get the normal index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting, right? Hope it's clear. This is all about appending rows. pd.concat, your data frame needs, and ignore index because index will not be continuous. So I just want to make it continuous. So I just use ignore index. So next important thing, now let me go with the class 2 details as well as the class 2 salary details. So how can I append this? Don't you think we have three students whose name, age in one data frame and corresponding salary in another table. So can I combine them? So in this case, do you think rows will increase or columns will increase? Obviously columns, right? So what I'll do, I'll just use pd dot concat. I'm just calling class 2 and I'm combining that with a class 2 salary. Great. If I run this, it just gives you like a nan and all, right? Since we are adding column, okay, a new salary column is getting added. This is like, column wise concatenation. So you just need to mention access equals 1. We all know that whenever we do any changes related to a column, any operation related to a column, it is important to specify access equals 1. See, if I give access equals 1, this is first class 2 details and this is class 2 salary got appended column wise, right? When you're appending columns, access equals 1. When you're appending rows, access equals 0. By default, it works even without mentioning. So this is all about, the concat function, which basically helps you in combining multiple data frames. And there is a disadvantage with this concatenate. Can we use this with a real data set? Can we expect in a real data set? So how do you say that this is a salary of John only? How do you say this is a salary of Priyam? How do you say this is a salary of Karan? So sometimes it might be difficult, and there is a possibility that two different tables can have a different columns. So in that case, the concatenate will fail. Okay, this is a basic approach. People thought like can we combine data frames using row appending as well as a column appending. They were successful, but still, when we are working with a real world data set, obviously it fails. So to overcome this concat disadvantages, we have a function called as a merge. So in the next video, I'll discuss about what exactly is a merge, how you can combine multiple tables wherein data frame has a different columns, and one important thing, there will be one common column to combine them. So we'll discuss that in a next video. Thank you. Happy learning.